These guys play like yin and yang on this map. What you'll notice is Bound will stay on the bottom half of the map a lot, taking close encounters, where you'll notice Renegade, he likes to chill up over at P3, P2, and wait for his opportunity, come in and clean it up. What you should really expect, though, is to see these two flying. And that's one thing about this game is going to be so interesting, is we're probably talking about the two duos that played the fastest in the 2v2 sphere.
Right. That's the big point to get across here, is that you've got a variety of playstyles in 2v2. We saw Sparty and Penguin last week. Their playstyle, very long range. They take their time, they hold their ground. But Vemzii, Pyrettic, very different. Same with Bound and Renegade. They're heavy aggression, they're high speed. Vemzii loves to tout the fact that he's the fastest POV in the game. He loves to press the button. So very curious to see what happens when he's matching up against Bound. Remember, Garrett, we had a little interview / caster couch conversation with Bound the other day, and he said that he wonders how fast Vemzii's going to be when his speed is matched, right? Bound's going to fly in there quick. Will Vemzii remain the fastest POV today, or will he crumble under pressure? That's the big question.
And we've seen it before, right? We've given Vemzii a shot in the past. If you guys recall back a couple Might Tuesdays before, where he played with literally the best player in the world, Frosty.
Right.
And
Frosty doesn't want to remember that, by the way. He's trying to forget that it happened.
It was a story of woes. It was a story of woes. 3-24 leads, choked away. Definitely not something that they want to remember. But we're finally in. I saw you guys in the chat. We're ready. We're locked in. I have some personal beef with Vemzii right now for how long this one took us to get in here. So, you know, maybe Bound and Renegade can put it to him right off the start. But we're finally in it. The first game of Money Tuesday. Let's see who comes out hot as we're going into this $1,000 grudge match.
This is it, baby. Kicking it off with Vemzii. We got the camo up, of course, in the start. Bound to Vemzii here to fly for it hot here. Vemzii has to dive in to pick it up. But Bound with the early melee to take him out. Look at this. Looking like a 2-0 coming in. No, a trade out of Pyrettic. He'll keep it to a 2-1, but Renegade, he can roam free.
And that's what I always expect to see from Bound, right? He gets up in your face. If he has the numbers advantage, he is perfectly fine with a trade every time. He will make sure that you will see the death screen. Renegade trying to get the cleanup, but just can't do it. Pyrettic able to stand in the middle of the map, get the couple shots necessary in order for that player to go down. And now look at him. He thinks they're in blue base, but he hasn't seen them. A patient play from that player in back blue, but finally the noise gives him away. Renegade's made one. Vemzii gets the cleanup, and that's a perfect 2 down for this 2. They're starting off hot with a 5-2 lead.
Damn, what a start. Vemzii snuck into that base with perfect timing, just 5 bound. And look at this, Vemzii moving quick here. Already got the spawn slay. You got that blue base spawn here. He's ISO alone in the base. Vemzii going to try to lock it down with Pyrettic. They allowed the second player to spawn there. Let's see how they collapse on this base. You can see one player has moved out to pink. That's Bound. Going to take P2 position here. Renegade already 5-1, but Vemzii came in with the trade, so we got a 1v1 here. Bound Vemzii across the map. Very hard fight to win, but Bound, he's still challenging it. Now 1 shot. And they'll back off for now. They got to slow it down just a little.
Oh my, I mean, we're seeing some cross maps that both these players, I mean, they're just coming out hot, man. I don't know where to give the advantage yet, but we'll see soon. Renegade gonna take out Vemzii. A bit of a careless play from Vemzii right there. Maybe getting a little bit too caught up in the speed, and it's gonna cost his teammates life, as well as Bound gets up in Pyrettic's face and shows him the 8-second respawn.
Garrett, not to bring light to this, but do you see the tags on Bound and Renegade?
Do
you see the tags on these guys?
It's definitely
somebody had to say it.
They're not holding back. They're not holding back. These guys, they definitely have feelings about each other, and I expect to see some lead in some ass tonight. So expect the body shots from these guys. Clearly no love lost between them, as Renegade's able to grab this next camouflage and start to bring it towards Bound. This could be the first momentum shift we've seen.
Hold back punches in Money Tuesday. Renegade, can he at least get the trade? It looks like he will lose that camo. The fight in red base, though. Bound will take Vemzii, and the body shots, you know they're already coming. The moment Bound gets a kill on the Vemzii, he will let him know it. He's going to live up on P2 for now, but new spawners up in blue here. Look at the split. You got one on car, Bound on pink. He's already laying the bullets into blue base to keep him back. Wait for Renegade to push up. Those laser beams are going to come in. The nades first. Bound's got some stickies in the back pocket as well. And look at this. Trapped like rats. Renegade up on top mid. Bound coming in with the collapse. That's a quick 2 dead. That's 10-8 on the board. Now they got to set up the spawn trap.
Look at that. I mean, rats was the best way to describe that one. I mean, talk about putting them in a barrel, shooting them out. That was about as a perfect play as you can get from Bound and Renegade. And now it's going to be up to Bound to soak up the damage first, because he is that forward player. Pyrettic eventually taken out of position. Look at that flank from Renegade, but he's not able to find the kill quite yet. The sticky eventually does the damage necessary. And now Vemzii flashing one shot, life before his eyes, gets the stick off and survives. And the body disrespect. Vemzii's going off in our mid game.
Vemzii really making it look like Star Wars Day out here. He threw the stick in midair and then dodged Renegade's sticky to stay alive. Body shots out of him too, so you know he's feeling confident. And Garrett, this game is neck and neck. I wouldn't have it any other way. We're tied 11-all. Got two players up on car. Pyrettic already aware of it. Vemzii sits in blue base. In the meantime, he's going to try to hold him off. But Pyrettic, does he go through for the challenge? Going to try to help out Vemzii here. He's going back out to blue base. He turned off the outlines here too, so you can see Renegade up on top mid. Right up on P3, actually rotating out back pink. You know the camo's coming out here soon. Renegade going to look to lock it down. Is he aware of the fact that Vemzii is directly below? Instead, he's going to try to focus Pyrettic here. Bound's got to push up too. That camo about to pop here. Vemzii already has it, so they didn't watch the camo. And can Vemzii get away with this, though? Renegade hunts him down. The back smack comes in, and good luck to you. Back to the spawn screen.
Yeah, I mean, the valiant attempt for Vemzii to get away from that one. Renegade was not dealing with that at all. Just puts the back into his fist and finds that kill. And there we go. That is what we cannot see from Vemzii. I think that's the main stage, the nerves, the lights getting to him. His teammate goes down. He flies out straight into the middle. And talk about the easiest 5 of Bounds' life. And that's going to give them the 4-kill lead, as it's just growing at this point. As I'm going to say it, they're floundering in the mid game right now. They've had 2 kills not go their direction, and they're starting to I think choke on the upcoming water.
I mean, it's not over yet for sure. The comeback's still in the works here, but I'm seeing plays out of Vemzii. I have yet to see the same kind of explosive play out of Pyrettic. You can see they just traded with each other on the feed here. So Bound gonna fly in, try to get a 1v1 here with Vemzii. Vemzii poking and prodding. He's going in for the challenge here. He'll take down Bound. More body shots coming out. So Vemzii, you know he's not done yet. And let's see if Pyrettic can do something to answer as well. We have yet to see a big play out of him. Vemzii's doing everything he can to keep this game close, but of course they're within 4. Player up on top red here, Pyrettic looking for him, doesn't see it. Vemzii seems to be aware of it though. You got him up in the attic here, but a player top mid as well. And already Pyrettic getting ripped away by Renegade. Shot with the sticky. That's a blue screen if I ever saw one, Garrett.
Yeah, that's a couple times now that Vemzii's gotten himself out of tough situations by having the blueberry ready to go and being able to take Renegade down with him. Unfortunately, though, trades are not what you're looking for at this point. With only 5 kills left for Bound and Renegade to take this, you have to start getting clean wipes, and Bound's going to make it that much harder. Pyrettic gets taken down, and Renegade's taking the fight. Bound trying to get to the help. He's going to get the escape route. Vemzii does it once again, but once again, you just don't have that affordability to take deaths at this moment. You're only 3 kills away. Bound's going to be able to get this camouflage, and now it should be smooth sailing for these two to finish out this first game.
Garrett, Bound, and Renegade are heating up. I just looked over at the stream, and we had 666 viewers. I think it's too perfect, right? This is the only time that you're going to get those type of numbers with the demons on screen here. Bound, in the meantime, a trade already up. Bound still using camo here. 2 kills left to close this out. And you got the spring thrust to get right back up to top mid. Those are the moves that we come to see at Money Tuesday, right? That's why I'm here. I want to see more of this.
Oh yeah, that would have been perfect if he would have went in and 5 Pyrettic right after that play. But we're gonna have to wind that one back and see where the ankles of Vemzii have gone, because he got absolutely dumpstered at top mid. Bound using the movement to his best of his ability to find that kill, and a fairly convincing game 1. And what really cost Vemzii and Pyrettic in the end was them playing a bit too fast. They're trying too hard to be like Bound and Renegade, in my opinion. You gotta play smart Halo, but look at that movement. Bound gets behind Vemzii and puts him on the respawn screen, and eventually gets them one step closer to winning the game. I love that gameplay from Bound.
I mean, Bound talked about it the other day. Can Vemzii match his speed and still play without, making mistakes, right? So far, it's looking like they're having trouble kind of matching that speed, fighting mano a mano. Interesting thing to note about the stats, though, we saw Pyrettic actually, I think he was like 6 and 14, but he had more damage than Vemzii. So he's out there, he's putting shots in, but he's biting the bullet a lot more often here. Vemzii's managing to clean up some big kills, but something's not synchronized with them right now. They're losing a lot of lives for their plays here. Maybe Plaza is the game to pull it around. You got the snipe, you got the OS. This is a chance for Vemzii Pyrettic to really show off the spawn trap strats that they've got down, but they just have to get the snipe first, of course.
Yeah. Ooh, man. This is going to be a tough one, in my opinion, because if there was a map that I would give the edge to Pyrettic and Vemzii, it's definitely Plaza, right? We've seen them throughout that entire tournament on Saturday. They put Plaza to work, only dropping the map a couple of times in very close matches. We saw Pyrettic in particular pick up the sniper rifle and go off with it. We could expect more of the same in our second game, but I think Bound and Renegade, that last little statement towards the end, it might have been getting into the head, because there is one question concerning these two, and it's always the mental game between Pyrettic and Vemzii. Young guys, they really haven't been on the stage long enough to deal with the in-game maneuvers. Bound gets traded out. That overshield going to be burned early on. Pyrettic gets the combo. Vemzii with the sniper rifle. All the goodies in hand. That's exactly what you wanted if you're Vemzii and Pyrettic.
Here we go. Time to put the snipe to work, Vemzii. Let's see what you got. Pressure's on. Viewers watching. You got one in yard, one directly below. Good, the sneaky play. Vemzii's aware of it, though. He's caught Renegade, but he whiffed the shot. One in cafe as well here. Pyrettic, he's going to go for the challenge bottom mid. Instead, Vemzii's got Bound in his sights. That's a nice headshot to take him out. And look at this. We talked about it. The spawn trap strats. They're going to make him spawn on Nest, and Bound playing with his life. Very scary play to go up that lift when they got the spawn trap ready. Oh no, does he start hitting shots here though? Does whip it, Bound with the slide though. Oh, wait a sec though. Vemzii's still hitting shots here, Garrett. This could change in just a second if he stays up.
Oh my, the Vemzii valuing the importance of the sniper rifle. Still 4 bullets to work with, and you could build yourself just a massive lead with it. But I love this play from, I believe that's Renegade, who's pushing into the tram. No, that make that Bound. But when your sniper rifle is as hot as Vemzii is right now, it's just so hard to break in a one-on-one. Renegade versus Pyrettic. The nade does it. Does he leave some disrespect? No. Keeping it tame for now. Surprising to see, winning a one-on-one like that, it's usually when you let your opponent know.
Renegade wants that timing on the respawns instead. He's going to try to help out Bound. Bound with the jump to get out of the fray there. He's back up to top mid. Now Renegade can support him. Just going to sit up on glass, play it patient here. Let's see what Pyrettic Vemzii do to try to challenge it. You can see somebody's trying to sneak under LR. He's getting tagged up just a little bit here, but Renegade, is he aware of the player below him in glass? He'll jump forward instead, whiffs the shot. He's got to get something done here. He's running out of opportunities, but Bound, the saving grace. He comes in to help him out. Bound looking to take 2 here. Pyrettic, what are you doing? Pyrettic wants to kill so bad, he doesn't even bother to shoot Bound.
I think that's them just knowing how important the sniper rifle is. They want it to get out of the world champion's hands. We've seen him do it on main stages before. He's gonna waste that last bullet. I'm with you, man. It's a little bit of a rambunctious push to bottom mid, and he got punished for it. And now that early lead that they've built themselves, it's all but gone. And now Bound and Renegade are really in the driving seat, but a misplay from Bound, not able to get that combo off in time, gonna cost him his life, and eventually Renegades, as he's stuck back in the bottom market. Pyrettic gonna clean that one up, but the spawn came in time, and look at this, they are just flying at each other. There's a reason why we call this the fastest gameplay on Halo 5. All these guys, they know how to move around this map.
Sniper rifles ready.
Nice little snowball right there as well. Vemzii and Pyrettic getting the best of both those exchanges, and Vemzii, he's still planing across the map here. Some beautiful shots coming out of him. Pyrettic still sitting out bottom mid, and they found the second. Bound and Renegade getting caught alone in these situations. It almost seems like they are now playing a little bit too fast for their own good, and you can see Pyrettic now has a snipe in his hands. 6 bullets to work with here, Garrett.
Yeah, Pyrettic, we've seen him go off with the sniper rifle before. Not often do you leave his sight, as we see the nades coming in, and bam, to talk about isolating out the angle on Pyrettic. That is about as good of a recovery as you could get if you're on the side of Bound and Renegade. Only, what, 3 sniper rifle bullets were used. You still have basically a full one and a spawn trap to work with, and that's why you get the spawn trap. Pyrettic, you're gone. That's an easy snipe for Bound to hit.
You could see Pyrettic just toying with the corner there for a good 20 seconds, deciding if he was going to come out, and then he full sprints, takes a shot to the face. Bound, he's way too lasered today. You got both players in nest still. Bound going to hold it down from top nade. Renegade supporting from LR. Here's the play. Coming out through garbage truck. Bound snaps on him. Pyrettic down for the count. Vemzii, sit down, back to the spawn screen. It's looking brutal, Garrett.
Yeah, I think this is what it looks like when you're that kid that gets picked last on the dodgeball team with all the big ones there. Bound and Renegade, they're familiar with how to get back into these games, and this is just brutal. Talk about abuse in the first degree. Bound and Renegade putting them on the cycle. They just cannot get out of nest, and that massive lead we saw from Vemzii and Pyrettic, it's gone. No sniper rifle to worry about anymore, but Bound doesn't need it with the help of the green Renegade. Oh my god, this is just looking devastating. I thought we were going to see game 2 go to Vemzii and Pyrettic based off that early game, but Bound and Renegade, they're striking back,
taking full advantage of power-ups and power weapons to lock down that nest spawn. But finally, Pyrettic and Vemzii, they got a yard side spawn. They can break out here. They just need to make a play. Pyrettic's diving out bottom mid right now, trying to stay alive. Does he do the jump? Going to try to get up to top mid instead. Actually, no, he is stuck and deleted. Not looking good. They're slowly running out of opportunities here. Garrett, 6-kill advantage and the nest spawn once again.
Yeah, and when you are just spawning over and over and over again in this nest, and you just cannot find a way to break out.
Brutal.
Oh, they're about to go down again. Oh, take Renegade with you, or Bound with you. No, and there we go. Put a full clip in. Yeah, there we go. One more. It's done. An entire body of lead through the chest. A hole now present as Bound is just making a statement. Renegade playing forward in the yard. But man, at this point, what does the mental look like for Vemzii and Pyrettic?
I don't know about you, Garrett, but I want to see this series go the distance, so I would like to see Pyrettic and Vemzii bounce back here. But they need to make this snipe work. They need to hit these shots. Here we go. Vemzii slaps onto one. Renegade coming in with the challenge here. Vemzii, can he hit this? Oh, he does whiff it. Oh my god, the balls on these guys to continue to fight each other here. Pyrettic will clean up Renegade instead. Now he's still up on nest. Bound now alone. Vemzii, he'll get the opening shots with the pistol. Pyrettic can clean this up. This is where the comeback starts to happen. He's got to clean up this kill. Pyrettic, what are you doing right now? He can't find them. Player's still one shot. Flailing out here. Hit the damn melee. Players... Garrett, I can't cast this. Finally gets the kill. But the OS, they gave up the OS for that whole exchange.
I mean, I don't know how Bound managed to stay alive. We'll have to go in theater and break that one down, because there's no shot he should be on the screen right now. With only 5 kills left to go, it's going to be a tough one for Vemzii and Pyrettic to get back into. They basically have to double the score, double the kills of Bound and Renegade towards the end of this game. Pyrettic is going to start the first one on Renegade, and the stick comes out on Bound. Well placed from Vemzii, as they're going to be able to get the spawn trap. You see how fast they move to get back into position, catch them off the trap. Renegade slides out, and that's an immediate death, and the comeback starts to look possible.
Yeah, here we go. We're heating up again, starting to get some clean spawn kills, but now they're back up in yard. Going to come out both. Look at the timing as well. Flying out LR and Cafe at the same time here, so the coordination at a Bound and Renegade to try to hit both angles. The pressure's still coming in, though. You can see Vemzii up on S4, but look at the challenge. Getting greedy up on S4. He'll get taken down, and then Pyrettic can't get the second kill. He leaves Renegade out weak. Vemzii, a little too far to dive in for the challenge, but Vemzii with the beams. Renegade, do you keep challenging? He's going to back down for now, try to stay alive here.
No, Renegade realizes how small a 3-kill lead is, and that he can't just throw it away. And throw it away, he won't. I would say he won't, but a couple rough shots towards the end. Bound is there to help him out, but now he has his own one-on-one. He needs to clean it up this time. Pyrettic comes out on top, and now he's going to be able to go back to safety. And it all comes down to that push that Bound made into S4. You cannot push into S4 if you do not have blue control. You will get punished every time, and that punishment has made this comeback possible. The question is, can Vemzii and Pyrettic execute? And Renegade says no. Absolute reversal on the sticks. And then Bound cleans it up. Perfect kill with the light rifle, overshield secured, 1 to go. They're gonna hunt his ass down.
Why are you body shooting?
The second one's through. Shoot the body. Bound gonna put another full clip into Vemzii. Man, talk about regaining at the end. Perfect shots from both Bound and Renegade to secure the second game.
Garrett, the audacity out of Vemzii there to shoot bodies knowing that game was over. He lost it, but he's still doing it. He still wants to put that mental destruction in. Anything Vemzii can do to get that little dub, but he's going to have to actually win a game here with Pyrettic. It all came down to the very end, though, Garrett. I knew it was over when they lost that OS. They had to win their fights for OS there. We saw the perfect light rifle play at a Bound to clean it up to make sure they secured that win. But, man, what a game. How back and forth was that game, Garrett? The spawn control was elite level in this game.
Yeah, I don't think we've seen a twos match yet on Tuesday that really showed how you can exploit the spawning system on Plaza to just guarantee yourself spawns. And we saw it so often. It's a 2 down, especially Pyrettic and Vemzii. They knew immediately what they needed to do. We saw multiple times them just immediately leave nest to go towards top dip and to LR to force out a nest spawn and just be ready for the escape routes. It honestly is top tier from both these teams, how they treated the spawn trap.
I mean, look at this. That's a perfect example. Bound just waiting there, perfect head level, jumping with full confidence, knowing a player can come out and just snaps and hits the headshot. Beautiful to see. Now, we didn't talk about this in the show because we never confirmed it, Garrett, but I remember Pyrettic telling Louis that he was going to add $500 to the pot, and he wanted Bound, Renegade, and Vemzii to match it. I wonder how he's feeling about that now, whether or not he actually came out and said that he was going to add this $500, because, man, 2 more games, and this is a hot 4-0 at this rate.
Yeah, I mean, I heard that. I want to put another $500 in.
Right?
I'm just saying to myself, how much motivation do you need? I mean, a $3,000 pot. I'd love to see it. I'm not sure if that bet went through in the end, but either way, you know, $1,000, nothing to scoff at. But it just shows how confident Pyrettic was coming into this match, and now that's 2 games that were pretty convincingly in Bound and Renegade's favor.
I will say game 2, if a slight change happened, if that last fight went down to Pyrettic and Vemzii, they would have won that game off of that OS. I'm confident, at least. But totally different playing field here. Game 3, we need to see momentum out of Vemzii. Pyrettic, they got to win this opening strat. And so far, the beams across the map are not enough to stop Bound from getting in there, picking up the OS. And these are the opening kills they're going to grab off it.
Yeah, it's just filthy that Bound gets away with that. Look at
the moves.
Okay. Yeah, I see it. Stretch out the arms, get the clambers out early so you know you're ready to go, making tons of noise. That means it's not going to work this time. We saw it in the previous one from Pyrettic. Vemzii trying to duplicate, not able to do so. Oh my God, the movement from Bound on point. And honestly, with how fast they're playing right now, Shy, I want to go in with our first listening of the night with Bound and Renegade early on this regret map.
I don't know how they both knew I was in that corner. It makes no sense. Whatever. Weird.
You're just trying to spawn kill. I spawn blue.
Yeah.
We're gonna do
Red car. And my basement. Vemzii. Nice. This guy fear you? Like you're one shot.
What the fuck? He's like bottom right, bro.
Red window, one shot red Eli, another kid's red car.
He's absolutely Eli, absolute Pyrettic.
Yeah.
It's the window, dude.
Dude, and car, like what?
Trying to get out. I got out. Dude, this guy's dick riding me so hard. He's blue needles. Fucking 12-year-old. OV-Sin. He's blue card. He's blue card away. You're good.
Yeah. He's car too.
Alright. I'm watching if he drops there. Just watch if he drops below.
Yeah.
Other one's red wall. I'm good. Dropping red, I think.
He's on it.
Nice. Other one's on red needles.
Block a red.
Yeah, I got you.
You ran in the Eli.
Alright.
He's under the pink one shot. He's not one shot. What the fuck? Okay, he's under the pink in the corner.
Dude, wow.
Okay.
These guys fucking suck.
I think it's safe to say Bound is playing some of the best Halo I've seen him play.
Kidding?
Period. That stick was insane.
Are you kidding with that stick? We got to go back in the replay after this game. He bounced it off the ground and stuck the man. Bound is playing out of his mind. I got to say those comms, though, Garrett, you know, few people will get Bound and Renegade pissed off like Vemzii and Pyrettic. These players get under their skin, and I wonder how that's going to work for the mental. Right now, if anything, it's making them play better.
Yeah, I mean, you could just tell because Bound should have been popping off. I mean, what a play in a 1v2. Didn't say anything and then just keeps chugging on. And I think that's just a testament to how much Vemzii and Pyrettic get under their skins, how much they don't like these players, and how satisfying it would be to them if they come out and just 4-0. Vemzii and Pyrettic trying to make that as hard as possible, though. This has been, in my opinion, the closest match we've seen so far.
Yes.
It's just been a back and forth slugfest between these two teams.
Despite the plays out of Bound and Renegade, this game is definitely down to the wire. Vemzii going to pick up the trade. Bound coming out with the challenge, and wait a second, does he get the kill? Vemzii, the patience, and the reaction out of him. He'll clean up Bound. Make Bound think twice about that challenge. You got the new spawner up in blue now, so Vemzii can rule the map here. New OS coming up also, Garrett. This is very crucial.
Crucial indeed. Vemzii going to be able to get
the dive
one
bomb.
beat down.
Bound is confused.
I thought Bound was going to backtrack him. Ooh, sheesh, bro. I don't even know what happened right there. That was something different. Vemzii able to get the overshield on the body, and now this is their opportunity, but the overshield might be wasted. I mean, almost gone completely as he gets back to top mid, and they haven't gotten a kill off this overshield rotation yet. In fact, Renegade comes back for more, trades out in car 1. Renegade on the hunt, but cannot find the slippery Vemzii that could retreat back to blue 1.
Renegade Bound making it very difficult to get kills here for sure for Vemzii and Pyrettic, but still, they definitely disrupted things. Look at this, 16-13 on the board now. Bound going to try to take 2 at once. He gets one with a 5, and the melee in. Had he shot Pyrettic one more time, that would have been the sweetest double out of Bound, but Pyrettic lives just a little longer, just so Renegade could take him down instead.
And look at this. 15-17, only 2 kills separating these teams as Bound moves to car 1. And this is something you'll notice from Bound's gameplay as it uses the negative space, the bottom of the map, to find gaps within the coverage to get behind players and find kills. But Vemzii able to help Pyrettic fast enough to prevent that one from going the wrong direction and to grow their lead even more. But expect that from Bound. He will drop, use the bottom of the map, use unconventional routes to find flanks and eventual kills as Renegade takes on the fight but cannot get the trade out. Bound should get the cleanup eventually, though, as he's pushing just mad forward. Stick is forward. Actually, no, Vemzii just staying alive. I don't understand it.
It's really looking like the battle of the fastest POVs out here. I gotta say, though, Garrett, these guys moving so damn quick. Vemzii, can he stay out of this fight? No, he'll get the native to Bound, and wait a sec, he went back up the lift. Bound, no stuck bottom lift. Vemzii coming back for the challenge. He killed. How did he kill Bound in that exchange? Vemzii somehow comes out on top. OS about to pop here, though. Renegade on top of it. Renegade likely has the opportunity for this OS. He does pick it up, and that's huge. He can swing the game if he plays this correctly, but he's got to get 3 kills to come back.
I mean, honestly, man, Vemzii, I feel as if, you know, his spirit animal is the anaconda in the jungle or something like that. He slithers away from fights, man. He gets out of these situations that you just never expect players to get out of. And Renegade playing a dangerous game, getting up forward with these 2 players. But he just does not care. And look at that bounce, and I'll come in and get the help. Vemzii is on the respawn screen, and now another lead. Like I said, lead into ass. Let's see it over and over again. Just isolates the buttocks and puts it full of lead. The disrespect comes through, and they're down by 2. A dangerous game to play as Renegade is trying to get the kill from top mid, but cannot quite execute.
You gotta love the elite level baiting and switching coming out of Bound and Renegade right here to keep them back in the base, to clean up the kills. One player did break through, that was Vemzii, but Renegade does take him out. So look at this, 21-20 on the board, just one kill separating them. They gotta find Pyrettic. You can see Pyrettic's hiding in needles, being extra sneaky. He's creep walking. He's gonna create a spawn in blue with Vemzii right beside him. So we'll see what they can do to break out of the situation here. But Bound and Renegade, they're aware of it. They know these players might be over on blue side. They sense the presence. They sense a disturbance in the force here, Garrett. How will they play it?
Disturbance in the force, indeed. This game, I mean, just crawling down, it's halting, in my opinion, as we're just seeing them play opposite sides. But unfortunately for Bound and Renegade, you 1000% prefer the car side on this fight. But here we go, the action's happening. Vemzii gets in the bottom red base. Bound gonna go try to get the help for Renegade, get the escape. They win both the fights and take the lead. Bound, I thought we were gonna see a couple more body shots, but he knows he has to ice up and clutch up the rest of this game.
The timing of those kills was crucial. Bound has combo, but Renegade about to pick up that OS as well. They can completely work the rest of the game with these plays here. Renegade OS, like we said. Bound died, though. Vemzii got through. He killed Bound. That's big. Renegade now left alone with the OS here. They know he has it. What can they do to double team this, get the damage in? He's got the combo as well. But Bound's sitting out P1 here. Bound gonna go for the challenge. You know that man's moving quick. So Vemzii gonna try to back out, but Bound dies to a nade. 23-22 here. They can close it in 2 kills. Renegade's OS no longer looking like an advantage here. Renegade gonna get double teamed at this rate.
Look at that. I mean, to talk about getting punished in that play. Oh,
he got
Renegade comes out on top, bails out Bound in that fight. Now, one shot. Vemzii, look at them. They're helping each other. The bait and switches at top mid proved to be too much. We're on the game kill for Bound and Renegade as they retreat back to blue base. All they have to do is play each other like they did at top mid. Make sure you get a trade out. You can't go 2 down, and a complete reversal of the situation before they control car. Vemzii and Pyrettic control P. And look at this player bottom mid. Talk about a dangerous play, looking for the flank. But here we go. The first player pushes out. Bound says good night. Vemzii, what are you doing? You're going in the open, exposed world. It's a harsh one at that. Gets shut down. But what a hell of a game 3. 25-23 is our final scoreline. Bound and Renegade looking cracked and just iced up today.
What an unbelievable clutch out of Bound and Renegade at the end of that game. That was some Dragon Ball Z level baiting and switching. We got to go back and watch a little bit of the baiting and switching there. There was the moment with Renegade with the OS and blue window where he comes in, does the damage. Bound came in like the angel to dive in, finish off the kills. And the very end especially, Vemzii with the combo. You thought for sure Vemzii would get that trade onto Renegade, but Bound was waiting there, perched up on the ring, waiting to put the shots in. Just that level of baiting and switching is completely thrown Vemzii and Pyrettic off their mark. Look at this. Look at this. He can't do anything, right? Renegade goes up. Renegade's got his shields back. Vemzii completely useless by the time he actually gets the shots in. And that's just elite level baiting and switching. I think it was somewhere over there too with Renegade and blue window. But my God, the teamwork out of them is the reason they've clutched this up. I don't think I've ever seen this right here off the floor. Play that back, Garrett. Sorry, Louis. Yeah, rewind that one. We got to get this one back in slow-mo.
I mean, this is crazy because remember, we're in listening right here, right? And Renegade very frustrated saying that player is not one shot. Bound's like, okay, I got to make my reparations.
He's one bullet.
Oh my God, what just awareness, right? That's just pure awareness from Bound to know how to take the fight. And then on top of it, he knows what he has to do. What's most important though is that he executes on the play. And honestly, to me, this is the difference maker of a play. This play and the one top mid where they bait and switch perfectly, I think is what won it for these two.
Absolutely. This is some top-tier level teamwork at a Bound and Renegade. It's as if they've been practicing for this moment. I doubt they actually are putting in that dedicated time together. They're just nasty as hell. I don't know. They're definitely, they brought a new energy today, Garrett. Something's different about Bound and Renegade. They're clutching up for sure. And you know what?
What the hell happened here?
Vemzii came down so fast on top of Bound there, he could not find the man. We've seen some amazing plays out of Vemzii this series, so he's definitely shown that he can hang. Pyrettic's got to also put that work in, though, too. I see a little bit less of him clutching up these shots. He had a big kill there. But we got to see a couple Vemzii-esque moments out of Pyrettic here to really swing the game. They have one more chance, Garrett. One more chance, or else this is a 4-0. for this series. That's all she wrote for tonight. We got one best of 7 tonight. If it's a 4-0, we're going home early here, Garrett.
Going home early is just looking more and more of a reality as we move back to truth. And this is it. I mean, reverse sweep is the only possibility for them to get back into this. Bound and Renegade, I mean, we say all the time, they look like the Sith, the Darth Sidious, the Darth Vader of the scene, man. They just look impossible to take down.
We'll have to see. Vemzii, Pyrettic, I know you got it in you. I want to see a game out of these guys. I want to see a bit of a comeback. I want to believe. But Renegade shutting down any hopes and dreams we would have ever thought we had here, Garrett. He didn't even go for camo. They just got the double team in. The body shots coming in. Insult to injury. That's a pickup on camo as well. Let the parade begin.
Bound laying off a little bit, only half a clip that time instead of a full clip. So, you know, giving some mercy to Vemzii and Pyrettic this time around. But once again, Pyrettic pushes out into the open. Renegade gets the punish. Bound just looking for the other player. Vemzii shows up, takes Renegade into the respawn, and now Bound has a camo and a 1v2, but not missing many shots as he takes Pyrettic to 1 underneath the base. And look at this. I mean, Bound is just, his movement's making me sick. I'm getting sick just from looking. I feel like I'm on a boat, man, just going everywhere, hitting every ledge, staying alive. Ooh. Unfortunately, finally gets taken down. Not quite able to do much with that camouflage.
They had to neutralize him right quick to have any chance of really bouncing back early here. So they kept the score close. Pyrettic with a nice rotation up to pink here. He tries to get the nades in, but look at that flank out of Bound coming through bottom mid. Trying to slip between the cracks here. Nobody's died yet, though. Pyrettic gonna dive out top mid. You can't dive like that against Renegade. What's he thinking? That's a hot 5 out of him.
Yeah, Renegade will always punish plays like that. And look at this, Renegade feeling himself just going through the open. He finds Vemzii, and this time Vemzii not able to get the revenge stick whatsoever. And that's the difference between game 1 and game 4. You're in trouble as we see Renegade take the shots into the bubble. He's gonna stay alive for as long as possible. Vemzii eventually able to find the catch out. Now Bound by himself in the bubble, in trouble as we see Vemzii looking for the kill. He hits the first 3 but can't quite clean it up as Bound puts him in the dirt. Absolute reversal. I mean, you have to win those gunfights in this situation.
Comes down to this camo once again. Both players up in red here. Renegade holding down P2, but Vemzii on the challenge. Bound does get the kill on the Pyrettic, so Vemzii left alone, and that camo was late. Vemzii he's not going to make it in time. Look at the double team body shots. They're both shooting his body. They're both shooting. You got Pyrettic coming off a spawn here, though. The camo's still not up. It just popped. So they're still fighting for this camo. Bound gonna fly in to burn it. And he does manage to burn it. The game stays close, but really only due to the fact that they're not even paying attention to the spotters, Garrett. They're just shooting bodies.
I mean, Bound was doing a full 360. Just maybe trying to pull out a McTwist in there as he was laying down some lead. But now Pyrettic, he's in a 1v2, cannot quite find the cleanup on Renegade. There we go. Eventually finds it and now has the one-on-one with Bound. I think he thought he had a sticky, but it was a frag because it definitely pelted the helmet of Bound. And now Bound trying to get revenge on Vemzii, able to do so. And in fact, gives him a love tap to go as Renegade cleans up Pyrettic. There we go. Some more lead in the body. Bound is just feeling himself and is letting Vemzii know the business. Perfect kill and put some more in. Bound's gonna have a 70% accuracy while putting half his clips in the ground with how he's shooting right now.
This is looking like decimation right now, Garrett. This might be the last time we see Vemzii and Pyrettic tonight. I think we might need to do one more listen in here before we go. Let's jump in with Bound and Renegade, see what they have to say.
Best awareness I've ever seen.
This guy's 1,000 games, like shit.
Huh?
I mean, this guy's 1,000 games, bro. Like. Watch out for each other.
He'll do this jump because he thinks he's cracked. Yep.
I guess like bottom blue, I think.
His car.
Is he? Alright. Camo. He's from 4-1.
They're both front. What? Just live. He's going your window, Pyrettic.
Camo. Is it camo?
They're both on you.
These guys strong. Top mid in P1. Guys point of the stream right now.
Oh, yeah. Oh my god, bro. Jesus fuck, dude. That's the biggest stream sniper shit.
Oh, okay, I'm ready though.
Oh my god, bro. I literally sat still because I was like, this kid's definitely stream sniping me. Holy fuck, bro. That shit's sad.
Car one. He is. Don't see him. I'm probably like blue. I'm going P2.
I got one. I think he's back blue. Blue window. He's played this game more than both of us and says he's 15. That's why he's not good.
Blue guy. Someone's back blue. Or top mid somehow.
Enemy team nearing victory.
He's blue sheep. Going pink 3.
I don't see him. Dude, this like is this guy just an FOB player? Like, holy shit.
In blue,
Yeah. He's bottom mid.
Bro, this guy's trippy. You're fucking one, bro. Like, holy shit. Top middle.
3 shots on mid. Bottom mid.
I mean, duck around. I mean, maybe drop underneath a desk because there's a sniper loose, man. And I don't think there's a sniper that spawns on this map, Shy. That was an interesting play over there on the attic. I'm not sure how he saw that camo, but here we go. Vemzii Pyrettic up by 2. 5:30 left, so camo should be coming up just about now. Pyrettic and Vemzii trying to clear this one away.
Not gonna lie, Garrett, I almost feel bad coming in to commentate this because Renegade and Bound's comms are pure content. That's like some top tier content. I don't know why they're not streaming like this on a regular basis. But we gotta close out this game, of course, and it looks like Vemzii and Pyrettic might actually take one. Despite the sandbagging we've seen at a Bound and Renegade so far here, they might lose a game at this rate. And Vemzii's going to try to put them out here. Look at this. He's got a great position here. Shots into Bound. Drop him down to P1. Pyrettic's got to finish that off. There we go. 1 kill to close it. We have a bit of a series starting here. They gave us a show. Vemzii's just got to clean up the last player. 1 shot up in the attic. Come on, get in there. Just get that final kill. So
is he gonna actually get away?
He's getting
actually getting away. That's crazy. He got back to top mid. I mean, Vemzii has the tag back with camo. I mean, there's not much you could do. He should be able to find this last kill.
There we go.
Pyrettic finds it. So we're not ending at a 4-0, but I mean,
we got a series.
There was a lot of unorthodox decisions, let's just say, made by Bound and Renegade. You know, a couple free kills here and there. I think they're gonna clean it up. But there was definitely some suspect situations going on in that match, to be sure.
Yeah, we heard you, Garrett. I didn't know the snipe spawned in truth. Turns out.
Yeah, that was definitely interesting.
The sniper spawned in truth.
Full 8 bullets as well, man. That was crazy. But,
all right.
Oh.
I'm happy that we got a game.
He probably has a Series X, man. I mean, that's all. He has a Series X, so you know, you can see anything with those. So. Well, we'll see.
I beg to differ. I don't know what I didn't get that advantage with my Series X. Maybe I should get my money back.
I think I just don't think you have good eyesight, brother. Get some LASIK.
Yeah, I'm 10 years too old for this game, apparently, dude. This game's way too cracked. Look at these guys on the sticks. One hell of a game, though. Interesting commentary at a Bound and Renegade. Let's see if that changes now that we have a game 5 here. Now that we have what looks like a potential comeback out of Vemzii and Pyrettic. One thing's for sure, there's no shortage of confidence in the body shots out of both sides here.
Yeah, I mean, definitely some love lost on both sides on this match. But at the end of the day, I mean, if you're Bound and Renegade, you got to think, you know, you're playing for $1,000. You gotta, you know, maybe not give up a couple of those free kills, you know, to end this in a statement match. Instead, we go back to Regret, which was very back and forth between the two, and there's no more Truth, right? I think Truth was a clear advantage for Bound and Renegade, clearly their best map. Regret, it could go either way, and Plaza, I mean, we've seen Pyrettic and Vemzii play Plaza plenty of times. We know what they can do.
Now, this is interesting. Does a switch flip here for Bound and Renegade? Were they not taking it seriously before? Is something going to change? You know, if you play with your food a little too much, somebody's going to eat it for you first, right? So let's see if they can change things up here, because Vemzii's starting out hot off this opening play.
Yeah, look at this. Vemzii trying to do his best to find anyone, but Renegade is eventually going to go down. Bound finds the immediate trade, and Vemzii really just being isolated on the other side of the map. His overshield is going to slowly tick away, and Bound has the combo to work against Vemzii if he decides to out and challenge.
I mean, I'm all for a series that goes the distance. Let's see these boys make plays here. We got the collapse coming in, but Renegade, he'll shut down Pyrettic with the melee. New spawner up in blue now. Vemzii going to opt to back off. No caster coming into play, though. It would be nice to maybe see somebody pick up the caster to sandbag, but we don't do that in twos. We're going to leave that up on the map. Instead, Renegade going to try to break out of base here. Well, there's a clear shell being formed here on pink side by Vemzii, though he's up on top mid. Let's see what he can do.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure the caster's never been a net positive, man. That thing's a tough one to use. But yeah. Bound's going to find the first kill, and Renegade cleans it up for the second. Pyrettic going to see the respawn, and look at this, influencing the spawns. Renegade going to try to catch him immediately, not able to do so. Going to force the blue one instead. Bound, was he ready enough to get some damage in? No. So Pyrettic and Vemzii, though, interesting decision. They both opt to go opposite directions. P and Car not staying together, and it looks like it could work in their benefit as Renegade has made one shot and is trying his best to stay alive, but he hears Pyrettic. He's getting up close. He's getting personal, and that is about as big of a breakdown that you can see. Renegade clearly just outplayed Pyrettic.
Yeah, Renegade with a clean dodge on that sticky. That must have been preemptive to jump over it, and then hits all his shots, gets the kill. He's going to get out of dodge here, too. Nate coming in to bring him down to one shot, but he's got Bound with him this time. Bound over on pink side. He gets melted by Vemzii, though, down for the count. Now they get 2v1. They got to pounce on Renegade here. He still sits up on top mid, but instead we got the OS coming up, so they can win this. No contention for OS here. Should go over to the hands of blue, and it does. Pyrettic going to own it. Let's see what they can do to bring this game back here. They just got a 2v1 and chase down Bound. We know he's moving quick, but look at the cutoff out of Pyrettic.
This Pyrettic, I mean, trying his best to just find this kill, but who is underneath that just running away? Is that Bound? That's
so
just
tricky.
Being the hardest kill on the planet.
Yeah, Bound going back and forth here. Pyrettic can't seem to figure out where he's going to end up. Instead, he's chasing down Renegade here. Vemzii can clean that up. It's a nice little double. Bound coming in to get a trade. Bound does get the kill that he needs. Now Pyrettic looking to chase it down, and I love that play out of Pyrettic going right up to the bridge, cutting off Bound's spring jump. He predicted it. It worked out.
I mean, yeah, that's just, you know, that's the mind game that you're going to see in twos, right? Just knowing what kind of escape routes these players like to take. Right. And Bound, you know, known for his capabilities of spring jumping and his movement, getting him out of fights. He expected the spring jump, and he gets rewarded for doing so. We're tied up 8-all as we're about a minute away from an overshield. And that next overshield, in my opinion, Alex, is going to be the difference maker. Who can get it and put it to work?
40 seconds is a long time in Halo 5, Garrett, so we got plenty of time before we figure that out. Instead, Bound in a hold down top mid here. Renegade coming up car side. They got to get some info. You got Pyrettic, I think, or that's Vemzii sitting top mid. He drops down to bottom. Bound on the chase, though, into Needles here. Doesn't spot Vemzii. Vemzii going to come out. Does he win this fight? Instead, Pyrettic comes down to clean it up. And now Renegade left out one bullet. Going to try to get out here. He does get the reaction. Headshot on the Pyrettic. It's shots like that that allow them to swing games here. Vemzii, does he have the audacity to challenge this? He's going out through bottom base, and Renegade, he's on the hunt. Look at this. He knows exactly where to get him. Wait!
Oh, my. Okay. Vemzii somehow, I'm surprised that's a trade as well, but I mean, it's clear to me that they're getting read like a book from Renegade because they have no option of getting out. Renegade seems to have perfect reticle placement every time, and he keeps finding the kills necessary to take this game. 13-11, they've gotten the lead. They neutralized the overshield. They have the combo and top control. This game clearly in their hands.
Bound and Renegade holding on to it for now. Pink side spawn for blue players here. We're going to try to get out of this P1 spot, but Bound on the hunt. That's a beautiful 5 out of him. Renegade going to support from car side here, but Bound's looking for more. I think that's Vemzii just hiding down on bottom pink. Going to try to play it slow here. Going back up top, Bound. Look at the movement out of Bound to clamber, come back out. He's so tricky. You don't know where he's going to challenge from. Renegade trying to get a flank in the meantime. They gotta clean up a kill here, and it looks like the teamwork coming in with perfect timing. Gotta love the collapse at a bound. He gets a double for his efforts.
Kill.
I mean, perfect timing from Bound right there. And that's just the connection that him and Renegade have. And now look at Renegade. He's going to go try to fight Vemzii. But, man, Vemzii having his number this match a couple times now where Renegade has just lost a pure one-on-one. Unfortunately for Vemzii and Pyrettic, though, that's not enough. You have to do it as a team. Vemzii able to find Bound as well. And that's going to be a massive shift of the pendulum. This is their opportunity to try to take away this map.
They got to get an opening, get a little snowball effect going here if they can get 2 dead quickly. They got 2v2 in blue base. Pyrettic with an opening, Renegade with a trade. So 1v1 here, Bound, Pyrettic. Pyrettic, is he aware of the window jump, though? Renegade coming down, and he doesn't get the kill. So big kill at a Pyrettic to shut him down. And he brings that game down to 1 kill here. Good staying alive as well. Vemzii going to come in to trade it out. This is the teamwork we need to see out of Pyrettic and Vemzii. They can clean up another here in red. If they're aware of it, I think that player's keeping his presence low. We've tied it up.
Yeah, interesting play from, I believe that was Bound, that just slowed down this game. And, you know, normally you'd expect Vemzii and Pyrettic to get a little antsy and just push forward. They opt not to do that. Oh, okay,
wait a
Pyrettic still
second.
gets it. Ooh, still got it. Overshield's up. Pyrettic has the combo. Did it hit in time? No, Bound has a full overshield. Bound has a full overshield to still work with. That combo hit before it hit the body, so that combo not quite able to work. And you know, Vemzii and Pyrettic, they're probably working under the assumption that that overshield was hit out, and instead he's gonna have to deal with a fully fledged overshield player, and that's the difference maker.
Yeah, time for a rude awakening for sure. 1 kill advantage here at a Bound, and he's pulling out the moves right up to the top of the map. Renegade coming in with the challenge, but Bound, not too many angles up there in the base, so he'll drop down, take out Vemzii. Pyrettic now off of spawn, gonna try to sneak out the bottom mid. He's got to get out of this snowball effect. You can see Renegade Bound. They're so heavy off of spawn here. He can't win the fight either. This might be game right here. They cannot make any more mistakes, Garrett, or that is series.
I might have to have you cast the rest of this one because I got to report a murder on the scene. Bound just absolutely decimated. I believe that was Pyrettic in that fight. And there we go. The trade out's only 1 kill left to go. And it's just so hard to do it, especially when you're all coming up. This is even footing. It's so easy to find trades on regret when you're playing for trades.
This is it, Garrett, what we built up to. We had our open tournament. Only 2 could prevail. Pyrettic and Vemzii, they fought through the gauntlet to get here. But these Sith Lords, the masters of the craft, they're too strong. They are unbeatable, apparently. They'll take that 25-21. And Garrett, that is our series. That's it.
Woo. I'm glad, man. That was fun. That was fun.
It was fun.
That's all I can say about Bound and Renegade, man. They are fun to watch, and they take the grudge personally, right? When you can tell when they don't like their opponents. They were throwing a little sandbag out. There was some lead thrown into some bodies, some body disrespect all around. Just a great match between these two, and we saw some of the most technical sound twos gameplay from both these teams at in certain maps on either point. Just a perfect. I think it was a 4-1, but it felt just like an absolute 7-game series. It had that energy throughout.
Definitely had the energy, Garrett, and thanks to you for bringing that energy with me, my man. That was definitely a fun cast, but the players brought it as well. I gotta say, I've never seen so much body disrespect back and forth in a series in my life, just between both sides, shooting each other off of every single death. The body disrespect was a whole sideshow in itself. Bound and Renegade, they're a whole sideshow in their self too. That was some grade A content out of these guys on the comms, but man, did they ever deserve the win today.
Yeah, I mean, they played wonderfully. And you guys don't go anywhere because we're going to have, a couple special guests for an interview. Bound and Renegade, we're going to get them up eventually. So, stick around. I think we'll get an interview with them soon. We're going to get that set up. So I don't want to see that viewer drop count at all, because if you guys saw the gameplay, I think you're going to hear some special words during the interview. You might want to stay around. I told you not to go anywhere, and it was for a reason. We got the winner of you, Renegade Bound. Congratulations, guys, winning that one 4-1. How are you feeling right now?
That Vemzii kid is a cheater, pretty much. That's how I'm feeling.
Yeah, I mean, I was gonna bring it up, man. We're watching you guys on Truth. You were standing a bit still with that camouflage, and there was, that controversial moment. What'd you think about it?
I literally didn't move on purpose because me and Val know this guy, and he stream snipes all the time. So I didn't move on purpose because I was honestly curious if he's gonna stream snipe me, and he played it off so well. Like he looked like I was like pink one. He's acting like he was lost, and he instantly snaps on me and just hits all 5 shots. Like, okay.
I mean,
Jesus.
we can't 100% say, but Renegade, I think you're clearly a 100% for Renegade. I think it's pretty clear how you guys were feeling, but I mean, that game 4 in general was pretty heated between the two of you. I mean, at one point I saw you doing, I think, a 720 McTwist, bullets flying everywhere as you were shooting some bodies.
Yeah, I think it was like a 1080 or something. I don't know. I felt like Tony Hawk.
I mean, guys, I mean, absolutely incredible performance from both of you. And I mean, how did it feel? I mean, you guys came out, you said this was a team that you'd probably have the best matchup against, and you guys made it look convincing. At this point, is there anyone on this planet that can take you guys off in twos on a Money Tuesday?
Probably not, to be honest.
I mean, I'll give Frosty and Scab a try. I think they'd do pretty good.
Frosty and Skep.
Yeah. I think they could put up a good fight.
Is Frosty and Septify in the chat? We got to get these guys in here at some point as well. That's a good challenge right there. I saw Legend pop up in chat as well. What do you guys think of Legend? In Shady, his duo?
Yeah, no, I'd be down to play them on their host. See, if it's I give it a challenge. I don't know.
I don't want to do that because I'm West Coast. So it's not even fair. I wouldn't even be able to shoot back.
So the issue is the host on this one. Frosty said not playing, by the way. He does. He's not
Frosty's
playing.
Immediately out. I feel it though. Maybe we'll just have to get a hotel, or maybe like a B&B, and we'll fly Shady and Legend down or something. Get you guys on land.
Oh man,
that's one matchup that I feel like I desperately need to see as you guys take on those guys from the EU. What do you guys think? If they're on land, do you think they have a chance versus you two?
No. Les Bound is the worst land player we've ever seen. No.
Well, how about it? I mean, Bal, we haven't seen you on land, bro. You're gonna choke out. What are you feeling? How's that first land event gonna go for you?
Honestly, I'm hoping to win. So if I don't win, it'll be pretty sad.
I mean, I feel it, man. With how you've been playing today, I think that might have been some of the best twos gameplay I've seen from you today, man. Bro, I saw you moving around that map. Me and Shio, I think we were starstruck.
Well, I mean, Bound, what about that moment on Regret where you get one kill diving out the window into bottom base, and then you bounce a stick off the floor and stick Vemzii? Was that? Did you mean to bounce the stick like that?
No. Honestly, I meant to throw the frag, and then I stuck him. I was like, oh shit, I'll take that.
Okay.
Super lucky, so
I mean, because that looked godlike on our screen. We actually have it up here.
Okay, that works though. I don't know. I honestly, I was like, wow, that guy's definitely pissed.
What do you guys think of Halo 5 PC, by the way? I know way back Shotzi popped up in one of the Money Tuesday chats and said he would jump in a Money Tuesday. I think the deciding factor is whether or not it's on PC. Would you guys play on Halo 5 PC?
Yeah, I'd be down to play on PC, yeah.
Yeah, it doesn't matter to me.
I think we'll have to get something set up, man. I think the PC world, it's too smooth. The frames, everything about it, man, it just feels so smooth on PC. I think we'll have to eventually get you guys over there and see what you guys can do. But man, we were talking the other day, we had you on the casting couch with us, and we really appreciated you on Saturday. But you were saying, early in the game, you weren't that good. And I had it on the back of my mind, and I just wanted to hear it from you. At what moment did you realize you were just nasty at this game and that you could compete on the highest level?
It was probably when I played in my first online tournament against actual good players. The first time I was playing, I realized I was just I don't know. If I was just playing against them, I was kind of just destroying people. I was like, okay, these people aren't as good as I thought they were. Because I was playing matchmaking. I was kind of like a matchmaking kid. And then I just played him in the first my first tournament ever, and I just was just going off. So ever since that moment, I just had confidence.
Guys, I mean, absolute props to you, to both of you, really, for putting on a performance for us today. And you know what? I at some point, I think we might have to, you know, split you guys apart and see who is the better of both of you guys, because at this point, man, I just don't think there's anyone that can compete versus y'all. And I just want to ask each one of you, we'll start with Renegade, but if you had to separate from Bound, who do you have as your partner if you're playing against Bound?
Anyone, or just people who play Halo 5?
Oh, I mean, anyone, or well, one of each. You
like
know,
realistic,
ideal situation, and then the realistic situation.
Probably say Shotzi for like ideal, and realistic like Brad Frosty.
Ooh, okay. Do you think Bound? Who do you have if you had to go against Renegade and Frosty? Who are you getting as your partner to make that that win?
Idealistically, I'd probably pick Neptune, and then like realistically, I'd probably pick Skeptify or Legend, one of the two.
Ooh, Legend. That's an interesting grab.
That'd be a hell of a
there.
series. Bound, Legend, Frosty, Renegade. Damn.
I mean, that's we might need to book that one already. You know what I'm saying, Shy? But Shy, you got any last questions for the champs?
I mean, you guys did incredible today. You put on a show. I'm kind of just dumbfounded, starstruck at this point. I mean, I want to say what's next. We're kind of in uncharted territory with Halo 5, so I don't even think any of us really know what's next, right? I guess just keeping at the top of your game.
Yeah,
probably,
pretty much. I feel like we're just playing, make sure we're good still, and not like total ass and infinite. I feel like that's the goal at the moment.
Sounds about right. I just want to see more of him, Garrett.
Qualify for the free for all. Who knows? We'll see. Or the 1v1. Who knows?
Yes, Bound. Come on, you got to compete in that. So Renegade, you're good. You're already in that. You're gonna hit the 1v1s.
Thank God. Love God for that one. I don't know how I did it, but I did it. Let's go.
Yeah, dude, you went off in that second game. That I can sense the patience that you have to have just to get through those FFAs, man. Like it's
like the first FFA I played, I was like raging. I was freaking out every death, and I just did so bad. I feel like the one I won, like I didn't rage one time. Like I had you cannot rage in those because the games are so fast paced. Like you could just be down like 3 kills, and then 3 can turn to 6, and then like you just be down so fast.
Do you prefer the 8-man now that you're on 8-man?
I prefer the no radar at least.
Okay.
Because I feel like a lot of players would just sit there and look at their bottom of their screen, wouldn't move until they would like see a red dot. So I like the no radar, but 6-man, 8-man, I didn't like feel a big difference.
Okay. As far as I can tell, you got to kind of just activate monk mode then, right? Like Boo Boo's stream title is "Be Like Water," like Bruce Lee or whatever, where nothing phases you. So Bound, if you're able to search deep within yourself and find some level of patience, man, I want to see you try one more time.
No, the last time I played, I didn't even rage, but like I was just getting so unlucky. I was just sitting there. I was like, all right, I'm out. I honestly started like kind of throwing. I honestly wasn't even mad though. I probably didn't rage one time.
Right.
Guys, to bring it back a little bit,
right.
we had some news come out. Worlds locked in, location ready, paid for. We know that we're going to be on land for Worlds. Just for either of you, what location do you want to see? Where do you want to be playing for that big money come Halo Infinite?
Realistically, Columbus, Ohio, but no.
That's Columbus, but I'm sure.
Dude, I feel like the most hype event I've been to this far, and I'm not saying this to be like biased, was like the 2018 Worlds. I never went to the 2016 one. I heard that one's hype too. But like the 2018 was like in a really good place in Seattle, like downtown, like the venue.
That was a great venue, man. Yeah, that was actually an awesome venue. And when I was there, you remind me of something. I just want to know whose idea was the button at that event, Renegade.
Oh, the easy button.
That was probably the cringiest moment ever for me. I would never do something like that again. But for the record, that was definitely Answer, dude. Nah, man.
That was Shotzi. Okay. I mean, hey.
he bought it. I didn't buy it.
Wow.
He bought it. Did he buy it like before? Like, did he bring that with him, or did he buy it in Seattle?
No, he brought it with him.
Oh my God! Ew, we're exposing Shotzi out here, man. Dallas Empire might be dropping him after an embarrassing story like that one. That's all I'm gonna say. Bound could not be you, huh, Bound? You're not gonna do anything cringy like that on the main stage, right?
No, I'll probably do like a backflip or something if I win.
A backflip, damn.
All right, bro. I have $200 right now that has your name on it. If you do a backflip on main stage, I have no confidence that you can do a backflip on main stage.
Just put a mask on and do it right now.
Let me read a mask. I'm No, I don't know, man. If I win, I don't know. I'll just be too happy just to even think. So I don't know.
Well, you cry. I mean, I love it when I see you guys. You know, hey, man, there's no shame. There is absolutely no shame in crying.
49 and I snipe someone, then yeah, I probably would cry.
I feel that.
Like literally, seriously.
Fair. That's warranted, I'd say. You're allowed to cry.
Absolutely warranted. That's more than fair. More than fair, guys. I mean, thank you for putting on the performance that you did and letting us see you guys in your true fashion. I really do appreciate you guys coming through. They win it 4-1, folks. That does it. Thank you once again, Bound Renegade. Any last words that you guys have that you want to say to anyone before you go?
Shout out to the fans, my family, people at home on the couch watching, and everyone in sports. Appreciate it.
Definitely thank you for hosting these. I love playing them, even though, you know, the competition isn't really good at the moment, but love playing them. And make sure if you start another one to put a stream delay on before.
We got you. We'll have to up it to 30 seconds or something. You know, there is a stream delay. To be fair to everyone out there is a stream delay. So we'll have to pull out the stopwatch. You know, maybe do some forensic analysis on that play. But guys, thank you once again for coming out. I'm sure we'll have you back on broadcast soon. You know, everyone out there, you know, I want to hear it from you, Bound Renegade. What should they do to the Twitter account? You know, there's a little follow button. Everyone out there, should they be following the LVT Twitter account?
Yeah, 100%.
Sure, bro. These guys are only been bringing Halo Live.
Weird today.
A bunch of fucking weirdos if they don't follow that account. That's all I'm gonna say. Could not be me not following the Twitter account and the Twitch.
Hold on, that's weird. Hold on.
Yeah, that is weird. You know what's even weirder is everyone that's not subbed in this goddamn chat. That's all I'm gonna say. If you're not subbed, a bunch of weirdos. Could not be me. Bound and Renegade, they wouldn't be like that. Come on, guys.
No chance, bro. No chance.
Absolutely, guys. You heard it. If you don't want to be a weirdo, sub to the Twitch. No weirdos out there. Yeah, you see, you know. Thank you for giving $5 back of your $500 winning bound. All right, guys. I had a blast with you guys. Thank you so much for coming out. We're gonna leave you now, but once again, thank you for this interview. We're gonna go back out and finish the show. Thank you so much for being with us, guys. That does it for our Money Tuesday. Bound and Renegade reign supreme. They are just too good. Oh, look at Bound in the chat, man. Ooh, 10 gifted. Ooh, man, that hits me right in the heart. Oh, I love that. I love that, Shy. Any last words? Oh yeah, Oprah in this bitch, bro. Go get him. Who needs a sub? Bound is here to fulfill your needs. He's got $500 right now to throw to anyone. He's in my ears right now. He's saying he has $500 to throw. If you need a sub, you know, let him know in the chat at Bound. He'll get you a sub. He'll get you right there. You know, there we go, Renegade. Thank you so much, guys.
This man's he's balling after taking all these Money Tuesday money. He's taking all the 1Ks, dude.
Hey,
he's got some money to spare.
Absolutely. Thank you guys so much for coming out and watching this iteration of Money Tuesday. Stay up with the Twitter if you want to know when the next one is coming. We're going to have so much. And most importantly, go look at your screen right there. There's so many people behind the scenes that make this a reality. Obviously, the man that does it all, the best producer in the game, Louis V. Titan. If you love, I want to see some hearts in the chat. I want to see the appreciation for what this man does, because he is the best to do it. And then behind, we got the stats man that does it all, Mr. Snow. The things that he provides for us is just too much, and we cannot be thankful enough. Also, 90, man, he puts in so much work for us. We appreciate everything he does. And of course, we didn't see him on stream today. Don't worry, he will be back. I promise he will be back, but why not be reckless?
Tony.
AKA, you know, he's a big freaking deal, isn't that right, Shy? He's a pretty big freaking deal.
Yeah, he's been a big deal. He still is, always will be. So yeah, we'll have plenty more Tony coming back in here.
Awesome. And then once again, you know, killing on the socials when she can. Rach always in the bag. And then, guys, I don't think these two get enough love, but they do so much for us. Mr. Fragout and JMX, you see them in the chat, they're around there, but they also get so many of the awesome clips that happen on the stream. So if you guys can, you know, appreciate those two because they put in the unsung work. And then if you haven't, another thing, if you haven't done this, I'm telling you right now, if you haven't done this, if you haven't followed our YouTube channel, hit the subscribe button and watch every video, because we have an editor that puts these together. He makes these little montage style intros for our videos when it comes to the Money Tuesdays event. You got to go give him some love, Mr. Lewis Superboy. Go check out the YouTube if you want to see what kind of thing he's going to concoct up, because he has just the best edits. But guys, I mean, that does it for us today on Money Tuesday. Thank you all for coming on out, and that's going to do it for us. Thank you for joining us for the ride.
Roll. victory.